Assalamu alaikum. This is Dr. Osama Hamid, a surgeon who works in Jordan, which is very close by to Palestine and Gaza. We have been watching and also deeply affected by what's happening in Gaza. Israel had launched a major attacks and war on Gaza over the last 2 weeks, at the same time cutting basic human supplies in terms of water, electricity, fuel, and basic humanitarian aids. What Israel is doing in Gaza is considered war crimes by all means according to the international laws. There are more than 4,700 martyrs so far. There are more than 140 children are killed in Gaza on daily basis. Israel had targeted health care workers and healthcare facilities in order to increase their suffering. Multiple hospitals have been bombed and have been ordered to be evacuated, and we have all witnessed the Al Ahli hospital massacre by the Israeli airstrike. There are more than 42 martyrs from the healthcare workers in Gaza, more than 34 injured, more than 50 ambulances have been affected. Targeting healthcare workers and hospitals is considered war crime. As a surgeon, following the news and witnessing what's happening in Gaza, it breaks your heart to see what our healthcare worker colleagues and surgeons are suffering and are being exposed to. Things the human brain would never imagine that would happen. Surgeons working 24 hours 7. Some of them have been called to the emergency room to find out that their whole family have been killed in an Israeli airstrike. Despite that, they're providing all what they can in terms of efforts and skills and expertise to help the people of Gaza who need them the most. Healthcare system in Gaza are suffering, and healthcare workers are going to the extreme of what they can bear in terms of workload as well as mental stress. As we had reports and eyewitness on the ground, healthcare workers now have no surgical supplies, no basic supplies to care for basic surgical things like wound dressings, IV fluids, as well as some sort of antibiotics and some needed surgical instruments. All this just to increase the suffering of the Gazan people by the Israeli army who are committing war crimes in Gaza. The operating room are working 24 hours 7. People are having surgeries under no anesthesia in the corridors in order to save their lives. Triaging has been so difficult for the Gazan healthcare workers in order to save the life of those who really can make it, and at the same time to see people suffering without doing anything. Israel is committing war crimes in Gaza, and this has to stop.